So, I decided to make this video a while ago, actually, even before season 4 ended. I guess it kind of helped me do it anyway. But, as it is titled, it's gonna be about my girl Molly. And I feel like why it's so important right now is that the large majority have a very twisted viewpoint of who she is and what she means and what they want her to be and who she's not. She's clearly not a lesbian. Clearly not a lesbian. She could be bi. I do think she might be. She not might be, but she could be theoretically. But we don't know. We've never crossed that bridge, so we have no idea. But I have one question first before I get into my meta-ness of this. Have you ever been in love before? Because I think that's actually a very that's like one of the best ways to think about her when in relation to Sherlock Holmes. You can think of her without him, because I think of her all the time without him, and even though as someone who does see her with him, who views her as his friend, someone he is attached to, but to really get to know her, you have to know that she loves him. She's always loved him. And that does not make her weak. I heard that word being thrown around there a lot for like the longest time. But people were especially harsh on her. And obviously, if you follow Louise Brayley on Twitter, you know that they were attacking her for that, even though she didn't write the character. She acted amazingly as her, playing this extraordinary scientist who somewhere along the way fell deep in love with an insanely intelligent genius who has never really been attached to anyone before romantically. Even though people like to ignore it, and not gonna say I haven't tried to ignore it, because Mark and Steven like to throw that in our faces every 5 seconds, but he did fancy, I guess, Irene Adler. He liked her in some way, probably mostly sexual, I think. But and I guess she's clever. Well, she is. She's not, I guess. She's definitely clever. But I think, how do I phrase this without without becoming too shippy? I think for him, he doesn't need another clever person in his life. He needs someone to ground him. And I'm not gonna, well, he should know now how I feel about this, but you can't, so in defense of Molly, you can't judge her for who she fell in love with, because the same person she fell in love with is the same person that you want, a man who pretty much committed adultery before his wife died, who also has killed people, civilians. If you don't remember that first episode, A Steady in Pink, he killed a man. Granted, it was in self-defense of a man who would later become his best friend. But, and yet, one ship is abusive and one is not. Huh. Isn't that fun? That's great, right? But I view Molly Hooper outside of ships. That's actually why I love her so much. I view her as a very strong and capable woman who could do anything she's ever wanted to do, and I believe somehow she wanted to work in a morgue and do her science thing in the labs. It spoke to her on some level, and my handcanon is it had to do with her dad dying in whatever way he did die. I do think he was sick. Well, we know he was sick because the scene in The Reichenbach Fall where she's talking to Sherlock in the lab and she tries to start talking about him and he tries to shut her down and our girl, she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't give up. She's like, listen here, Mr. I want to push everyone away. I'm here for you if you need it. You know what? Man, if that ain't a girl you want to be with, I don't understand. Just in general, like, people need people to be there for them, you know? That's something I truly believe. And she's such a pure soul, and I think that's amazing that 7 years. You can also think that they might have known each other that long also before all of this. Well, we do know that she knew him before the setting of the show. So they could have known each other for like years. Like, I mean, years. They could have been friends. Well, we can't say they're friends because we don't know when he first started calling her his friend. We only know that, hey, there's this cute little girl, this cute young woman who asked him out for coffee in the first episode, and he didn't realize that that's what was happening. He just thought she was going to make him some coffee, which is kind of shitty of him. But, yeah. I don't know. It's interesting to me to think about Molly Hooper and all she could mean if we got a little bit more time with her. I was very much of a fan of the way that they actually for once showed her house, because, well, there's a post which I will link in the description of Molly's house, which is freaking gorgeous. Like, it's a full house, not just a flat, like an apartment was what we would call it, an apartment. It's freaking gorgeous. Like, it's a really beautiful house. It was probably something I would think Mycroft had or something, but he doesn't. His house is interesting because we've only ever seen that a couple times, but we got a full scale look of her, like, kitchen. It is nice. It is glossy. It's beautiful. You know, I don't think you can get that in a salary where she works. Like, medical jobs, they do give you money, but not that money. I feel like something else that came from, I don't know. It's hard to say. But, like, I just feel like you can't judge someone for feeling a certain way about someone, because then we can judge everyone for every little thing that they feel and think, and who they love, who they don't love, who they hate, you know? That's what I think. And I just, I don't like it. It makes me sad because specifically this is a woman in canon. A woman who was not supposed to be in canon because she does not exist in canon. And, like, I'm not talking about the show. If you know what I mean, I'm talking about the freaking Sherlock Holmes stories that Arthur Conan Doyle started years ago in the Victorian era. She did not exist. And she's become one of the most important females in history on the show. Like, that's how big. That's insane, right? Like, all these other women, we've only seen glimpses of them, or we see them every so often. But Molly, she's been there since the start. And I don't think you can erase that so quickly. And y'all trying so hard. But it ain't happening, man. She is real. She means something. And you cannot put a label on her about her preference or her sexuality, because she is valued. To quote Peggy Carter, I know my value, and I'm pretty sure she did. She does. She knows her value, especially in that last glimpse of her in season 4. I feel like something happened there to the point that she felt comfortable finally in Baker Street. And I think that's kind of amazing, just in a character development wise, because we're used to seeing her so skittish and vulnerable and not sure of where she stood. And we knew that especially in season 3. The first episode of season 3 was Molly not knowing where she fit. She thought she was supposed to be John, and I bet a lot of you like that shit. And I'm just saying it right now, that's not what that fucking line meant. It meant, I don't know where I'm supposed to be in your life. And he just wanted her to be herself. Isn't that telling? He wanted her to be herself because he likes her in that way. He likes Molly for who she is. And I think that's amazing. I think that's beautiful. I think that speaks more volumes towards how he views her as a person more than anything else. You know? I can't rationalize how anyone else thinks about her, but that's my girl, you know? I'll always defend her no matter what. And I know a lot of you are expecting her to go crazy, go evil. Hell no, that is not my girl. Molly Hooper is better than that. She's better than any villain on the fucking show. Cause she made him do, and she doesn't even fucking know it. She made him demolish a fucking coffin with his bare hands. He had nothing. He set the gun down. He fucking demolished the freaking thing. You know, that's intense. And both his brother and John Hamish Watson sat there and watched him do it and not said a fucking word because they knew he was feeling some things, you know? And yeah, it's not fucking one-sided. And I love that people like throw that around. They're like, it's unrequited love. Fuck that shit. I don't care. If he didn't feel a thing, he wouldn't have reacted that way. I don't understand. And it took me a while to make this video because I know how angry I am about it, because I don't like the way people treat women characters in general. I don't like how people write them. I don't like how the viewership receives them, because women are fucking amazing and you treat them like trash. And that's not cool, man. You have to let them be who they are. You know? You have to value them for how they are and who they could be outside of the barriers you see them in. You know? It's just, she's fucking amazing. I'm letting you know. If you don't already know, she's fucking amazing. And if you disagree, go ahead. Disagree all you fucking want. She's like, I always say this when I'm talking to friends. She's like the sunshine of that fucking show. She literally is. She's so cute and adorable, and she's always saying these little funny things. And, like, especially her phone voicemail thing. The dead center of London. And I'm like, she's so cute. And those are the ones you have to, like, keep an eye on. Because, you know, they bring men to their knees in, like, the best way possible. And I just wish people weren't complete shitheads about it. Like, women are great. I love them. They're so good. And I'm just so passionate about her because I love her so much. And I can't even, it drives me nuts. And this was not supposed to be the video I was supposed to be uploading before I went to convention. But I was like, I might as well finally sit down and do this because it's driving me freaking crazy. Fandom, you're insane. But I love the people who stick with me and who are always so awesome. So yeah, that was my plea, I guess, or my thoughts on Molly Hooper, who's a badass. She's like the biggest badass on the fucking show. Probably next to Anthea if they ever showed her again. Or, you know, if they didn't do what they did to that other one that I really loved. Anyway, that's it. I love Molly. There's a video titled In Defense of John Watson, and I love who did it, but I felt like I needed to do this for Molly, because she means the world to me. But, yeah. I will see you guys probably Monday when I start uploading my PAX footage.
Anyway, I will see you guys later. Hope you all are well. Hope you liked this video. Let me know if you did. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.